Good day, my spiritually savage family. How we doing today? Sending you peace, love, and light. Wishing you all had the best of days. It is Tuesday, the 30th, 9:44, and I'm about to post this message today. Because I'm sitting here reviewing old videos, about to post some old videos. But before I do, because these are older, I am actually rewatching them or watching them because I haven't watched them before. And as I'm watching them, I'm taking notes so you guys can know what's in the video. A lot of the times that I post videos with me just talking, it's not just me just talking. It's kind of like me channeling, where because sometimes I don't know where I get the information from, to be honest. The way my mind works, my mind is actually um like the Pythagorean theorem, actually. That's what I liken it as, only because when I first started doing that I didn't understand it. It was so complex to me. But so the way my mind works is that I can be talking about something, I'll call something out. um, my mind will go back to something that happened probably years ago, or something that I seen, something that I read, and it's tying it into the message. So it's like when I'm in my purest form and I'm just talking, it's not just talking. I'm going to say that because there's a lot of tidbits and a lot of information and a lot of idiosyncrasies and a lot of just information, really, that I'm talking about. And a lot of it is through life experiences, right? So you can say this is kind of like a shortcut. But anyway, so as I'm reviewing one of my videos, this thought popped into my head, and this is a message. This is a message because a lot of you guys who are probably going to be finding my channel are those who are new to the spiritual journey, may be confused about it. And these older videos are me showing my confusion, me being vulnerable enough to talk myself through it out loud. And so if you're drawn to my channel, it's not by accident. Even if the title is like, you know, not all that the video is being discussed in, there's a tidbit in there. There's something in there that God's spirit, your ancestors, your guardian angels, your archangels, whoever is protecting you in the spiritual realm, they wanted you to know. So a lot of the videos that are pre-recorded is me just really walking myself through the spiritual path, my spiritual path. And so this video is about your spiritual path is an independent one. Your spiritual path is a lone wolf one. Not saying that you know, not saying that there won't be people around you to guide you, but it may not come in the form that you are thinking. I was thinking gurus and all that stuff. No. When you're on this spiritual path, you're actually on the spiritual path to learn yourself, to learn who you are, to learn what your divine purpose is, not your ill fate. Because there's two different ways you can live life. You can live life with your divine purpose, or you can live life ill fated. You get to choose, and by you not choosing is essentially you making a choice. But know that this path is for you. Everybody is not meant to walk your path. And the sooner you learn this, the sooner you won't make the mistakes that I make by thinking that everybody wants you to succeed. Depending on who you are in the spirit realm, depending on what your fate is here on earth, those that you think may want to help you may actually be wanting to knock you off your square. They're wanting to take you out the game. They're wanting to trick you off the street. I'm gonna put it in as many different vernaculars that I can in order for you to get this point, because you may wind up losing everything by trusting the wrong person. Because some information that you're going to start receiving, that is going to be downloaded into you, through your intuition, through your God-given conversation, may not be for everybody. And if you're like me, I was excited and listen, I don't care how old you are. I'm 45 years old and I still believed in people. And I still do. Don't take that the wrong way. I still do believe in people. But I also understand and accept there are two sides to people. There are what they show you, and then there's not what they don't show you, because they eventually all show you, but what they're thinking, what their intentions are. So you have to know what a person's intentions are. You got to know that they're for you. This path is for you and you only. This path will teach you how to trust God. This path will teach you how to trust yourself ultimately. Because we've given our power away and now it's time to take it back. And if you're constantly seeking validation or information from outside sources, and understand I'm still there, because I absorb the outside world, but it's in a different way for me to piece it together. It's unexplainable. But anywho, this path is for you to understand. I don't care if you have a twin or if you're a part of a triplet or a quadruplet, whatever. Y'all are still genetically coded differently. So your purpose and your God-given path may not be the same. And I was under the assumption that the people that were around me were for me and therefore they were a part of my journey. And I just knew, like, I'm making plans, like, yeah, girl, or, we can do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to have you do this and we can do this. But lo and behold, that wasn't what they were thinking themselves. They were thinking something else, which is fine because it taught me to listen to my intuition, listen to it, because I was ignoring it. God was trying to tell me for the longest time, but I was ignoring it. And it wasn't intentional ignored. Just understand that, because I seen it, but my brain, that's why you can't always trust your brain. You got to go with your heart. You got to go with your heart, guys. You have to. Your heart is not going to stir you wrong. Your mind is, because that's where the devil lives. The devil lives in your mind. The devil plays tricks on you. The devil can't play tricks with your heart because you feel what you feel. But the devil can play tricks with your mind, because that's where memories live. That's where hurt and pain lives. If you're still hurting over something that happened 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and I'm not talking about like someone passing, that's a different kind of healing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you being physically abused by your boyfriend. Not saying that that's not traumatic, but if it happened 5 years ago and you're no longer in that situation, but you're constantly feeling it, that means you're reliving it in your brain. So you need to turn off that recorder and record something else. That was a message, because I know this is a soul journey. But that just came out. So I don't know. Someone needed to hear that part. That's how my mind works. Don't ask me why. But yeah, learn to trust yourself. And it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. This is not an easy thing. And I'm not here to make it appear as if it is going to be easy, because it was not easy for me. Not easy for me at all. And one day we're going to discuss it in depth. But know that you are on the right track. Know that you are not crazy. Know that God has a plan for your life. And if you're in a state where you're unhappy, you're depressed, you're suicidal, you're angry, that was a big one for me. I'm going to raise my hand on that one. I was very, very angry, but I had unresolved issues from childhood. Know that until you know thyself, Anyone and everyone that comes around you may not be meant to take the journey with you, but just be meant to teach you a lesson. They may not be able to take the journey with you at the moment, but we're all energy. So maybe 2 years from now, 6 months from now, 3 months around, God will bring them back around and y'all are able to work together. But if God is removing people from your life, it is for a reason. Do not fight it, because the more you fight it, the more difficult the lessons are going to become. Literally. So, if give you case in point example, this is supposed to be a short message. Case in point example. If God is trying to remove somebody from your life and you are not heeding the warnings and you are not listening and you are not paying attention, and if you're like me, it's not that you weren't paying attention, it was just that, you accept people for who they are. So if they make a mistake, you don't count it against them. So you love them still the same and equally. But sometimes that is God sending you a message. Okay? That is God sending you a message. He's trying to remove someone from your life that cannot go on the journey with you for whatever reason. And He will unveil those reasons to you. You'll know. You'll definitely know why. And it's not for you to go and be like, God told me this. No, it's just meant for you to bow out gracefully. That's all. And if He bring you guys back together, then that's how it was meant to be. But this is a soul journey. Ultimately, we are responsible for how our life turns out and not anybody else. Not your mama, not your daddy, not your great auntie, not your uncles, not your wife, not your husband, not your children. No one dictates how you live your life but you. If you're a child, that's different. That's different. This is for the grown-ups. These are for the adults. So if you're a child and you come across my page, there's a message in it for you, but it is not to go against your parents or the people that is feeding and clothing you. Find another message. But yeah, whatever happens, whoever leaves your life was meant to, but they were meant to teach you a lesson as well. Okay? Get the lessons. Life is a teacher. My mistakes are my lessons. Know that. That's it. Point blank, period. Love, peace, and light.